Welcome to the first episode of the Locked On Barnegat Podcast. My name is Tyler Bjorkman, joined alongside my co-host Ethan Anthony. Ethan, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, and I'm very excited to record our first episode of the year together today.
Well, we are super excited to debut the first edition of the podcast today, especially after all the hours spent trying to fix the technical issues we faced yesterday. But we're going to start off the year with a bang and get straight into every fan's favorite sport, football. So, Ethan, what do you think about our schedule this year?
Our schedule looks very easy. We were okay last year. We went 5-5. We just missed the playoffs. But we have a very easy schedule this year, so let's go over it. Starting off with week 0, August 28th at Absegami. Then heading over back home week 1, September 3rd, home against Lakewood for Junior Bengal Night. I'm pretty sure all the Pee Wee kids are going to be very excited about that game. Week 2, September 11th at Asbury Park. Week 3, September 18th, home against Manchester for homecoming. Week 4, September 25th at Colts Neck. Week 5, October 1st at New Egypt. Week 6, October 9th, home against Monmouth Regional for Hall of Fame night. Get to finally crown some new Hall of Fame inductees. This is the second year of us doing it. Week 7, October 16th, home against Pinelands for senior night. That'll hopefully be a great atmosphere and surely the pink out game. And week 8, October 23rd at Long Branch, which all of those opponents combined have a combined record of 29-57. Very easy schedule and very winnable schedule for Barnegat this year.
That is true. There are some games in here that we are going to have to win, and some that if we lose would be a huge disappointment. For example, week 8, October 23rd at Long Branch. Long Branch went 0-9 last year. That's a game you have to win. Week 1, September 3rd, we are home against Lakewood. They went 3-7 last year, and the teams that they beat had a combined 3 wins. Week 0, even at Absegami, it's a bus ride, so it's not going to be a pretty game, but it's going to be a gritty one, and that's one that you have to win. Especially if you have state playoff hopes, that's one that you're going to have to get. Manchester, also, week 3, 1-9. It's on homecoming night. That's a game you have to win. Now, some key players this season. Nick Malinowski, senior, quarterback and a linebacker. He's committed to Penn for baseball. Defensively, on the linebacker side, he had 49 total tackles with 3 sacks, 12 tackles for loss, 2 fumble recoveries, and an interception. Patrick Small, he's a senior offensive and defensive lineman. He had 73 total tackles, 4 tackles for loss, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. Offensive line, we can't really get those stats. Chancellor Joseph, sophomore defensive back. He's committed to Syracuse. He had 22 total tackles with a tackle for loss, a fumble recovery, and an interception. Those numbers are going to go up big time this year. He was a freshman. He did not have much playing time last year. He's going to get more this year. That's going to be one of the biggest players on our team this year. He's a name to look out for. Chris Santero, he's a senior running back and defensive back. On the offensive side of the ball, 64 carries for 278 yards and 3 touchdowns. Defensively, 14 total tackles with a forced fumble and a fumble recovery. And last but not least, Blake Pizzuti. He's a senior wide receiver and defensive back. He had 8 catches for 111 yards and 2 touchdowns on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, 43 total tackles and 2 tackles for loss. So, this is going to be an interesting year offensively. The scheme may change. We were run heavy last year with Jack Haviland at quarterback. That's going to change a lot. He graduated, is going to TCNJ, I believe.
Yeah.
And Nick Malinowski is going to come in at quarterback, presumably. He is more of a pocket passer. When you look at the bench, Bargatowski is there, and he is more run-heavy. So that comes up with the question, do you start Bear at quarterback, or do you give him a year to sit, change the offense to more of a passing style, and give Nick Mal the ball? Ethan, what do you think?
I think the clear starter, day 1 at least right now, is Nick Malinowski. He is a very good athlete, very smart learning the playbook, very high football IQ, very high IQ in general, actually, in a lot of my AP classes. With building the overall scheme of the offense, you also have to build around your quarterback, and that's what Coach Kovian is going to have to do this year. Nick Malinowski is a great athlete. He can actually throw the ball pretty well, and he's going to be a big key part of this Bengal offense this year. So I think Nick Mal should definitely be the starter day 1.
I agree, Ethan. I do think Nick Malinowski should be the starting quarterback on day 1. You're going to have to change the offense up a little bit. There were many graduates. this is going to be a much different team. You went 5-5 next year. You have a softer schedule this year. You're not looking to be 5-5 anymore. You're looking to maybe go anywhere from 7-2 up to 9-0. Speaking of, we're going to do some ceiling and floor predictions. Ethan, what do you think?
Ceiling 9-0. No question about it. We have a very easy schedule. Every single thing is a toss-up or a easy win matchup, knock on wood. But every single thing going into this season should be okay. Our goal this year, 9-0. No question about it.
Well, the goal definitely should be 9-0. Is that realistic? Maybe. Realistically, I think we're going to end up going 8-1. I will show you later where I think the loss is. The ceiling, I agree. Definitely 9-0. You win all those toss-up games, you should go into the playoffs undefeated. The floor this year, though, I see us going 5-4 at our floor. With the 3 toss-up games, I believe it's against Asbury Park, Monmouth Regional, and Pinelands. If you lose all 3 of those, you're in a bad spot. And week 5, it leaves you vulnerable at New Egypt. Not that far of a bus ride, not a close one. But if you lose that game, you're going to lose week 6 and week 7. That's going to tear your momentum down. So now let's go into game-by-game predictions for the upcoming season. Ethan, you are going to start with week 0, August 28th at Absegami. What do you think?
Yeah, Absegami is not a very good team playing the WJFL. I think this is the only non-shore conference game of this year that we are playing in. Granted, though, they are not very good. I think the final score predictions will be 21-6.
I agree. This is a game that you should win. Even if it's week 0, it might be a hot game. It's August 28th. You're going on the road. It's a game you need to win, especially if your goal is to go 8-1, 9-0, anywhere around there. This is a game you got to get. I'm going to say 28-6 is going to be the final score. All right, so week 1, September 3rd, we are home against Lakewood for Junior Bengal Night. Ethan, what's your prediction?
Lakewood has not been good, especially in the past couple of years. Will they be good again? Questionable. They did go 3-7 last year. Granted, though, those 3 wins, their opponents had a combined 3 wins, with them having a basically gimme win against the 0-10 JP Stevens team. So, Lakewood, not that good. And we beat them 49-0 last year. An absolute routing of a game. I think we beat them 49-6. We'll give them a touchdown because why not? But because they're Lakewood, miss the extra point.
Yeah, I agree. It's a little harsh. It's kind of rude almost, but I'm going to say it's going to be 35-3 Barnegat for very similar reasons. Lakewood was not a good team last year. And this is a game, again, if you don't win this, I'd be very shocked. They are not a good team. They haven't been good in a very long time. I've even had my dad tell me stories. He went to Central. He played football for a while. That Lakewood was terrible when he was growing up. So, moving on, this is one of the bigger games. Week 2 at Asbury Park. They are 5-4 last year. Ethan, what do you got?
Asbury Park is the first real game that you have to worry about if you're Barnegat. Went 5-4, had some pretty good wins on their resume, and it's a road game at Asbury Park. It's not going to be fun to drive up to. Granted, though, I think we win this game. It's going to be very, very close, but I think we win this game. I think final score of 21-20.
This is a game I look at on the schedule almost as a scheduled loss. Will it happen? Maybe. I hope that they win this game. I don't think they will. This is just a tough game. You got to drive up to Asbury Park. I mean, all teams are different throughout different years. I mean, they went 5-4 last year. They could go 0-10 this year. They could go 9-0, however many games they play. I'm not sure. Have I looked at their schedule? No. This is going to be a game that I think we are going to lose. I'm going to say Asbury Park beats us by a touchdown, 28-21. Week 3, Manchester for homecoming night. This is where they will bounce back, in my opinion. But first, let's get to Ethan.
Manchester, we beat 20-2 last year. This Manchester team really isn't good, especially because they only beat JP Stevens, which again, 0-10 team. So Manchester isn't the best team. I think we will definitely beat them, especially because it is a must-win game on homecoming night. Send the fans home happy. My score predictions give me 35-7.
Okay, I like that score prediction. I think we're going to beat them 28-3. Hopefully we don't do the Falcons thing now that I bring that up.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's a little Atlanta Falcon-y, especially this is right after England choked a 1-0 lead at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
That is true. Manchester's not that great of a team. Like they said, one win against JP Stevens last year. JP Stevens, we have been dissing on them the entire time we've been on here, but it's kind of true. They went 0-10. They did this to themselves. This should be a win. 28-3 is my final score prediction. Week 4, you're going to Colts Neck. They went 2-7 last year. Ethan, what do you think?
Colts Neck, I think they are a very weird team. Yes, they went 2-7. However, I don't think we're going to destroy them. We'll win, but we're not going to destroy them. I think final score predictions is 28-13.
I agree. I believe this will be a close enough game so that it won't be a big blowout. It will be a one-possession game by technicality. It's going to be 24-16 Barnegat. I believe this is a game that you can go onto the road and you can win handily, but not easily. Week 5, this is, in my opinion, a trap game. October 1st at New Egypt. Ethan, what do you think?
I can very much see how you think this is a trap game. However, it is still a very winnable game. New Egypt went 4-5 last year. Similar schedule to us. I think we had 2 similar games where we both destroyed Keyport and we both got destroyed by Neptune. So we really don't have much to go off of. However, New Egypt doesn't seem like the best team. I think we will still win, but it will be close, especially because it's a trap game. Give me 28-26.
If you've ever heard the expression, walk in the trap, take over the trap, that is what I believe will happen against New Egypt. This is definitely a trap game in my opinion. I believe we're going to go into New Egypt and we're going to beat them on a walk-off field goal 23-20. And that will set the tone for the rest of the season. Week 6, you get Monmouth Regional at home on Hall of Fame night. Week 7, you get Pinelands for senior night. Those 2 games are must-wins. And Week 5 against New Egypt is where we are going to set the tone for the rest of the season. Moving on to Week 6 now against Monmouth Regional, like I just mentioned, on Hall of Fame night. What do you think?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of alumni there, obviously, for Hall of Fame night. It's going to be a good game. Monmouth Regional was actually our opening game. We played at Monmouth Regional last year. We did go into their house and beat them 21-13. I think we will do the same thing as last year. And by that, I mean down to a T. Give me same score as last year, 21-13.
I believe this is going to be a close game as well, but they are coming to our place now, so let's make it a little bit worse. We're going to say it's going to be a 2-score game. You're going to build off that momentum you created in Week 5. I'm going to say it's going to be 28-14 Barnegat over Monmouth Regional. Week 7, rivalry week. It's senior night. It might be the pink out. Pinelands comes to town. This is going to be a big game. Ethan, what's your thoughts?
This is a huge game, most likely the pink out game for all of you fans in the blackout section. This is probably our toughest game of the season. Most amount of wins on the schedule. We did lose to them 21-14 last year. It's going to be a tough game. I am not denying that. However, especially because what you told me before with the New Egypt game, Monmouth Regional game, building up momentum, we will win. And for the past 3 years, the home team has won both games. Pinelands won last year, Barnegat the year before, and Pinelands the year after. So final score predictions, give me 21-20 off of a last-minute touchdown.
I'm going to say this game's going to be a little higher scoring. I'm going to say that the final score will be 35-31 Barnegat. The players are going to build off of that energy created by the students. This is a big game. Beating Pinelands is like our identity. We must do it every year. They are our rivals for a reason. 6-4 last year. This is technically the best team that we are going to play on our schedule. This has got to be a win. This can set the program up for years to come. Let's win this one. Go into Long Branch next week and beat them. This should be one that we win as well. Week 8 against Long Branch. Ethan, what do you think?
Yeah, Long Branch went 0-9 this year. Well, last year. Granted, they did have a tough schedule, but they had a couple of games that they should have won, and they did it. So, Long Branch isn't that good of a team. I think we should beat them handily. Give me final score 28-8 because they go for a 2-point. Why not?
Yeah, some teams in high school, especially a team that goes 0-9, they want to get some of the backups in. I can see them going for 2 at the end. I actually like that idea. I may steal that from you. I'm going to say the final score is going to be 38-9. Especially, again, the momentum is going to be big after coming out of that trap against New Egypt, especially if I'm predicting a walk-off win. That is going to be huge. This is going to be a blowout. I'm going to knock on wood because I don't want to spoil anything. Who knows? We may end up going 3-6 this year. But this should be a win. I'm going to say 38-8 is going to be the final score. So that's the whole schedule. I mean, this is going to be a very fun year of Barnegat football. The team is set up for success, an easy schedule, some very good players. This is going to be the most fun I've ever had watching this team. Probably the only fun I've ever had watching this team because of how busy I am in the fall. I'm going to try to make it down to a couple games this year. Hopefully with Ethan. Maybe get some player interviews. Some stuff just came in for interviews today. That's going to be very fun. Well, thank you for joining the first edition of the podcast today. We really appreciate your time. My name's Tyler Bjorkman, co-host Ethan Anthony. We will talk to you soon.